No, she would not. And since she would not, we better make up our minds now that she won't be there.
Then there is a shadow over her, and you've already decided not to invite her back?
Yes, we have made that decision.
But you can't tell me why.
I believe her actions in the matter of the medal would be sufficient explanation. She has no sense of fair play, she is a poor loser, and she does not play the game.
But you're not saying that she had anything to do with the Daigle boys' death.
Of course not. Such a possibility never entered our minds.
I should answer.
Yes, my dear.
Thanks. We're Mr. and Mrs. Daigle. You didn't have to let us in, you know. You realize we followed you. Shouldn't have done it. I'm a little drunk. I suppose you never get a little drunk.
Oh, you're quite welcome, both of you.
Oh, pay no attention to him. He's all for good breeding. Now you, Mrs. Fenmark, you've always had plenty. You're a superior person.
No, I'm not.
Oh, yes. Father was rich. Rich, Richard Bravo. Me, I worked in the beauty parlor. Miss Fern used to come there. She looks down on me.
Oh, please, Mrs. Daigle.
I was that frumpy blonde. Now I've lost my boy and I'm a lush. Everybody knows it.
Mrs. Daigle hasn't been herself recently. She's under a doctor's care. We're very worried about her.
But I know what I'm about just the same. Just the same. May I call you Christine? I'm quite aware you come from a higher level of society. You probably made it take you and all that. I've always considered Christine such a gentle name. Hortense sounds flat. That's me, Hortense. My girl Hortense, they used to sing at me, hasn't got much sense. Let's write her name on the pretty fence. Children can be nasty, don't you think?
Please, Hortense.
You're so attractive, Christine. You have such exquisite taste in clothes. But then, of course, you have amples of money to buy them with. What I came here for, I asked Miss Fern how Claude came to lose the medal, and she wouldn't tell me a thing.
I don't know, Mrs. Daigle, truly.
You know more than you're telling. You're a sly one because of the school. You wouldn't want the school to get a bad name, but you know more than you're telling, Miss Butterwood Melt Fern. There's something funny about the whole thing. I've said so over and over again to Mr. Daigle. He married quite late, you know, in his 40s. Of course, I wasn't exactly what the fellow calls a spring chicken either. We won't have any more children. No more.
Please, Hortense, let me take you home so I can...
Rest! Sleep! You can't sleep at night. You can't sleep during the daytime. I lie and I look at the water where he went down it. There's something funny about the whole thing, Christine. I heard that your little girl was one of the last to see Claude. Will you ask her about the last few minutes and tell me what she says? Perhaps she remembers some little thing. I don't care how small, no matter how small. You know something? Miss Fern dyes her hair. She knows something and she won't tell me. My poor little Claude, what have they done to you?
I will ask Rhoda, Hortense.
Somebody took the medal, Christine. It couldn't have come off by accident. I pinned it on myself and there was a little clasp that fastens in place. It was no accident. You can wear such simple things, can't you? I could never wear simple things. I couldn't even buy them. When I got them home, they didn't look simple. He was such a dear, sweet little boy. He used to say that I was his sweetheart. He used to say that he was going to marry me when he grew up. I used to laugh and I said, no, you won't. You'll meet a much prettier girl and you'll marry her. And you know what he said then? He said, no, I won't, because there's not a prettier girl in the whole world than you are. If you don't believe me, you can ask the girl who comes in and cleans. She was present at the time.
Hortense! Hortense!
Why do you put your hands on me? You don't give a damn about me. You're a superior person than I. God forgive me. There were those bruises on his hands and that peculiar crescent-shaped mark on his forehead that the undertaker covered up. He must have bled before he died. That's what the doctor said. And where is the medal? Who took the medal? I have a right to know what became of the penmanship medal. If I knew, I might have some idea what happened to him. I don't know why you put your hands on me. I'm as good as you are, and Claude was better than your girl. He won the medal, and she didn't. I'm drunk. It's a pleasure to stay drunk when your little boy's been killed. Perhaps I'd better lay down.
Yes. Yes, let's get you home so you can lie down.
Why not? Why not go home and lie down? Bye, all.
Sorry?
Oh, who cares what they think?
drank half a bottle of bonded corn in little sips. I'm drunk as holy hell.
That poor woman.
I have tried to think of any little thing to say, but nothing helps.
Nothing will ever help.
No. I better be going. Thank you for bearing with her and with me.
I shall question Rhoda. I doubt there's anything that will help that poor creature, but I'll do whatever I can.
We both have to do what we can. Goodbye, Mrs. Levi.
Thanks, Fern. She will have to live with it until she dies.
Yes, until she dies. Thank you.
Hello? Yes, speaking. Ken, darling, I'm so glad you called. The little boy who was drowned. Well, no, Rhoda's her usual self. She's outside where I can see her reading a book. I just waved to her. Do you really? Oh, 4 weeks is a long, long time. I hope it won't be too much longer. Call me as often as you can. All right, then don't be late. And Ken, I love you. Monica.
Yes, Christine, the fluttery one with the typically inane conversation. But I do have an errand to run this time, not just gab.
Come in, please.
Well, it's Rhoda's locket I'm using for an excuse. I actually found a place that will have the stone changed and cleaned in just one day. Well, they didn't agree to this unusual effort without a little pressure. In fact, I had to threaten.
Oh, Monica, not really.
You don't know the old busybody, do you? She uses pressure, influence, bribery, blackmail. And I had to pull all of them on old Mr. Pagerson. Well, he said this little job would take at least 2 weeks.
I'll get the locket. I know where she keeps it.
I told him if he were as busy as all that, I was handling the community chest this year, and I would be happy to revise his estimate of his contribution upward by a considerable amount. Oh, there it is. You found it, the darling. Well, she keeps her treasures so carefully. It's kind of a miserly delight.
Shall I wrap it?
No, I'll just drop it in my purse. And now I'll take to the air, dear Christine, although do forgive me for bursting in and rushing out.
No ceremony, please.
Ceremony? No, just plain pragmatism. Goodbye, darling.
Did you want me to come in, Mother, when you waved?
So you had the medal after all. Claude Daigle's medal.
Where did you find it?
How did Claude's medal get into the lining of your drawer, Rhoda? Well, I'm waiting for your answer.
Mother, when we move into our new house, can we get a scuppernong arbor? I love sitting in it, so shady and pretty.
Answer me. And remember, I'm not as innocent about what happened at the picnic as you might think. Miss Fern told me a great deal, so please don't make up any story for my benefit. How did the penmanship medal happen to be hidden under the lining of your box? It certainly didn't get there by itself. I'm waiting for your answer.
I don't know how the medal got there, Mother. How could I?
You know very well how it got there. Did you go on the wharf during the picnic at any time?
Yes, I went there once.
Was it before or after you were bothering Claude?
I wasn't bothering Claude, Mother. Why would you say that?
Why did you go on the wharf?
It was real early when we first got there.
Why did you go on the wharf? You knew it was forbidden.
One of the big boys said there were oysters that grew on the pilings. I wanted to see if they did.
One of the guards said he saw you coming off the wharf, and he said it was just a little before lunchtime.
I don't know why he says that. He's wrong. And I told Miss Fern he was wrong. I came back to the lawn, and that's where I saw Claude. But I wasn't bothering him.
What did you say to Claude?
I said, if I didn't win the medal, I was glad he did.
Please, Rhoda, you're a very adroit liar, but I must have the truth.
But that is the truth, Mother. Every word.
One of the monitors said she saw you try to snatch the medal off of Claude's shirt. Is that all true? Every word?
Oh, that big girl, Mary Beth Musgrove. She told everyone she saw me. Even Leroy says she saw me. You see, Claude and I were just playing a game we made up. He said that if I could touch the medal and catch him in 10 minutes, touch it like a prisoner's face, that I could wear the medal for an hour. I didn't take the medal. I don't know why Mary Beth said that. I didn't.
She didn't say you took it. She said you grabbed at it, and that Claude ran away down the beach. Did you have the medal even then?
Oh no, Mommy, not then.
How did you get the medal?
I got it later on.
How?
Well, Claude went back on his promise, and I followed him up the beach. Then he stopped and said that I could wear the medal all day if I gave him 50 cents.
Rhoda, stop that. Is that the truth?
Yes, Mother. I gave him 50 cents, and he let me wear the medal all day.
Well, then why didn't you tell that to Miss Fern when she questioned you?
Oh no, Mommy, Miss Fern doesn't like me. I'm afraid she'd think bad things about me.
Rhoda, you know how badly Mrs. Daigle wanted the medal, didn't you?
I guess so.
So why didn't you give it to her? Mrs. Daigle has been destroyed over Claude's death. I don't think she'll ever recover from it. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, Mother. I guess I do.
No, you don't know what I mean.
But it's silly to want to bury Claude with the medal pinned to his coat. Claude is dead. He wouldn't know if he had the medal pinned to him or not. Oh, I've got the sweetest mother. I've got the nicest mother in the whole world. If she wanted a little boy that bad, why doesn't she just get one from the orphan's home?
Oh, Rhoda, don't talk to me. Get away from me. We have nothing to say to each other.
Okay. Okay, Mother.
Rhoda, when we lived in Baltimore, there was an old woman, Mrs. Clara Post, who liked you very much.
Yes.
She was very old and liked to show you all of her treasures. One afternoon, when you were alone with the old woman, the daughter went out shopping at the supermarket. She somehow managed to slip and fall and break her neck. You said she had a kitten mewing outside and went to see about it. Somehow missed her footing and fell 5 flights to the courtyard below.
Yes. That's true.
Your favorite treasure of hers was a crystal ball in which opals floated. You asked the daughter for this crystal ball. She gave it to you, and it's hanging at the head of your bed.
Yes, Mother.
Rhoda, did you have anything to do, anything at all, no matter how little it was, with Claude getting hurt?
Why would you ask that, Mother?
Rhoda, look me in the eyes and tell me. I must know.
No, Mother. I didn't.
You're not going back to the Fern School next year. They don't want you anymore.
Okay.
I'll just call Miss Fern and tell her to come over.
No, she'll think I lied to her.
You did lie to her.
But not to you, Mother. Never to you.
Hello, Fern School. Miss Claudia Fern, please. No message. She's not home yet.
What would you say to her, Mother?
Can't be true. Can't be true. Thank you, Monica. You're always the bringer of gifts.
Well, this is from somebody else. It was in the package room.
Oh. To Rhoda from Daddy.
For me?
Yeah. In anticipation of her 9th birthday.
What does anticipation mean?
Looking forward to it.
Not to be opened till.
I guess I have to wait then, but I will.
Oh, isn't she the perfect old-fashioned girl? She'll wait.
Oh, there's more in Daddy's writing. Open when you get it. There'll be a real one later.
Oh, well then he means for me to open it now.
Yes. It just needs to be slid down the side with scissors.
Oh, there's Excelsior in there. I can see it.
Oh, Rhoda, it should be opened in the kitchen.
I wish I had such a little girl. Every time I look at her, I wish I had one just like her.
She's not one for the Fern School next year.
Why?
She's a poor sport, poor loser, doesn't play the game.
Honestly, the older I get, the more I see, the less I'm able to understand the tight little minds of people like the Fern girls. Truth of the matter is Rhoda is far too clever, too charming, too unusual for them. You know, she makes the others look stupid and stodgy by comparison. Have one?
I seem to have quit.
Oh, seem to have. Good God, if I were to quit, you'd either hear the repercussions all the way to New Orleans, or I'd just have to string along with St. Paul. Anyway, better to smoke than burn. Oh, by the way, could Rhoda have dinner with me tonight?
Yes, I've invited Reginald Tasker over for cocktails and to talk to me about some writing I want to try.
Oh, well, fine. There's no reason why she should hear about his strychnines and belladonnas. Rhoda, you're to have dinner with me tonight.
I am. May I bring my new puzzle?
Oh, you surely may.
Is that what it was?
It has to be the best jigsaw puzzle in the whole world.
Leroy.
Oh, Leroy, there was a lot of Excelsior.
Oh, don't bother to sweep the kitchen, Leroy. I'll do it.
All right, he'll take care of it.
Yeah, surely, man.
It's a map of Asia with all the animals.
Well, I have an aversion to cobras, but it's Freudian.
There's a lot of this stuff's got around us, my Mark.
Let him sweep it, dear. I'm to check on my simmering meat sauce.
Oh, spaghetti?
It is approved.
It's my favorite.
Wait, come up any time you like. It must be nearly ready. Oh, I'll let that for you, darling. What's your union for you, dear?
What?
Is it Daddy?
Oh, not your daddy this time. It's mine. He's coming here tonight.
Granddaddy.
Yeah. He can sleep. Oh, I think Monica has an extra room. I'm gonna run up and ask her. Be right back.
There she sits at her little table, doing her little puzzle and looking all cute and innocent. She can fool some people with that innocent look. She can turn on and off when she wants to, but not me. Not even Parkway, she can't fool me. And she don't want to talk to nobody smart. She likes to talk to people she can fool, like her mom and Mrs. Breedlove and Mr. Emery.
Go take out the Excelsior. You talk silly all the time. I know what you would do with that Excelsior. You make a bed of Excelsior behind the old couch in the garage and you sleep there when you're supposed to be working.
I'm way behind the times here, 2-4, but I got your number, miss. I've been hearing things about you that ain't nice. I've been hearing that you beat up that poor little Claude in the woods, and it took all 3 of them Fern sisters to pull you off of him. He was so scared.
If you tell lies like that, you won't go to heaven when you die.
I hear plenty. I listen to people when they talk, not like you, who's gabbling all the time, won't let anybody get a word in edgewise. That's why I know what people are saying, and you don't.
People tell lies all the time. I think you tell them more than anybody else.